Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Victoria Ayodele and this is my husband.
Hello everyone.
Hello
everyone. My name is Wale Ayodele. It's great to be back here, and it's nice to see you guys.
Yeah, please remember that you need to subscribe to this channel and like this video. Okay, so we'll be continuing with the part 2 of the best marriage advice
you've ever had,
and we'll share our own in the last. So watch to the end. Okay. All right. So let us get started. Best advice: love is a choice. It's not based on emotions or feeling. Choosing to love your partner for many things they have done right. Okay, choose to love your partner for the many things they have done right and not for the one thing or a few things they have done wrong. That's 2 advice, and I so much love it. So the first one is love is a choice. It's not based on emotions or feelings. What do you think?
It's true. We've said it several times. Love is a decision. It's an action. At least
it's an action.
If we want to check it in terms of grammar, love is a verb.
Is a verb,
and verbs are action word. Now, most people are caught up in the feeling, the noun part of it, but the most important part of love is
choosing to love the person.
Is the action part. How you show your love, what you use to show your love, everything about you showing the love. Love is nothing if it's not shown.
Yeah.
Or shown, yes, manifested, exemplified. Nothing. Love is nothing if you cannot put it out there, and things like that are difficult. Action, backing your feeling with action is very hard, but that is what shows you how much that thing means to you. So by all means, what she's saying is absolutely correct.
Yeah, I actually love it too. Love is a choice. You choose to love who you love. Okay. So, and that's why, especially for women, right, you made that choice. The person came to you, but it was your decision to make if you really want to be in a relationship with that person. But don't you think that there's the aspect of feeling also in love?
Of course, the feeling part is there. It's part of it, but it's not all of it.
Yeah, because feelings will always, we've talked about it in this channel, always go down and go up. But when the feeling is down, what keeps that love going is your decision to stay with that person, to keep on loving,
in fact,
or finding new ways to love the person.
The action part, more or less, is what powers the love. The love may start from feeling, but it cannot be sustained on feeling. So it is the action part that
sustains the feeling,
powers the feeling. So
I love that.
Without the action part, the feeling will die. It's not fair. It's like a flower or a plant. The nutrients that it needs is that action. Without action, it's gonna die.
Yeah, so I agree. You choose stop praising yourself. So you choose to love. That's why people say that, oh, I cheated on her because I didn't love her anymore. No, you chose to stop loving her. If your marriage is not working, find a way to make it work. Okay, it's not to go and cheat. Going to cheat is not you made that choice to cheat. You made that decision to do that. So yeah, anyways, let's move on. So the second thing she said was, choose to love your partner for the many things they have done right and not for the one thing or a few things that they have done wrong. What do you think?
I think it's a gem of an advice.
Yeah.
Because naturally, human being, we retain negative things more than positive things.
True.
If you doubt it, if you pick a paper and you start to write what you like about a person versus what you don't like, your friend, your colleague, your pastor, or your one thing, you find out that sometimes you are quick to start to itemize what you don't like than the things you like. So you have to make a conscious effort to be focused on the positives. And it happens to us, it's one of the things that makes people a lot entitled. So you ask money from someone every time they give you. One day you ask the person, you now carry down one as if the person has never given you before, and it happens in relationships too. So in your relationship, you have to take conscious effort to focus on how good they've been to you, the value they have to you than what they are not doing, because most times we get caught, and I think my wife and I were discussing a few days ago when we were talking about the 80-20 rule, that most times when people start to cheat, what makes them cheat, what they say is lacking in their partner, is often the minimal thing.
Yeah.
The 20 part, the
that
80
you can actually work on.
the 80, the partner has been doing it. So they now look for someone who is giving them only that 20. And that person does not even have as much as that 20.
Yeah.
When they now switch from the stable relationship and start sleeping out and all those ones, they will now find out that this 20 self,
it's not enough.
it can't. So, and by that time they are already in it and all that. So it's important that we always, no matter how disappointed or whatever you start to feel at a point, you have to. I even want to say, I want to advise that as an individual in a relationship or in a marriage, have moments where you sit down by yourself and evaluate. Make a list. Force yourself to make a list of how good your partner has been to you. It will help you provide perspective. No matter whatever you're feeling, whatever disappointment you're feeling at that time, when you have disagreement that seems to be threatening, whatever you feel is threatening, go to that your journal or book or whatever you wrote it down. Read through it again.
Are you reading the things you like about me, Mr. Advisor?
I won't say things publicly that I've not done. The only thing is you won't see it because
I will see it.
I don't keep journal like you do now. So
then where do you write it? Your phone. I'll find it.
If you look in my phone, you won't find it.
I'll find it.
Okay, no. But that's the idea. It's important that we focus on that. If not, we can affect our relationship more than all those ones.
Yeah. Yep. And one thing I'll add to it is no man is perfect, no woman is perfect, no human being
even
is perfect.
You are not perfect for yourself.
Yeah, even you that you are judging, you are not perfect.
No, it's not even like you are not perfect for your partner. You are not perfect for yourself. That's why you make mistakes that affect you. That's why you take wrong decisions that messes you up.
Yeah, that's so true.
How much more another person?
Another person. That's so true. So I'm not saying that. Stop that. Stop blowing your one.
If you not blow my own, won't I blow my own?
But I blow it for you now.
Okay.
anyways, my mind is so corrupt these days, babe. Anyway,
bring sanitizer. Let us wash your hands.
Anyways, what was I even? Do you maybe forgot what I wanted to say? Yeah, no human being is perfect.
Yes.
Okay, so always make allowances for each other. Don't be too quick. Oh, he didn't call me. He didn't. What is the problem? Why didn't you call me? Yes, I know we had plenty of that argument. Okay, and sometimes it can be the person truly hurt you, and yeah, just do you. Okay, give allowances for offense. Talk to each other. Be sure that the person has change, and if the person genuinely wants to change and pursue the relationship, and you still feel like you are able to overlook this, or you will be able to get over this, like give the person another chance. Okay, when the person hurt you first time, second time, yeah, it depends on the amount of offense, and the same thing, it does the same thing to you, like again, especially when it comes to like cheating and stuff. You understand? If you're giving once, he cheated on you again, my sister, I can't forgive that offense 2 times.
Besides, I wanted to mention in addition that the degree, one of the reasons why that thing is important is the degree of your affection for somebody will inform how their hurts, them hurting you will feel. Like you'll notice that when feelings are involved, we take things more personal. What someone, a colleague or something would do that you will look away. If it is your partner, you start to fixate upon it because the degree of your affection for them also makes the hurt much more poignant or painful. Yes, as you're saying. So that's one of the reasons why
you just want to show that you can speak English. Anyways, poignant. Can we move on?
Please help me pray for her.
Yeah, so yeah, I love that. Don't hate them for the one or few things they've done wrong. Always look at the person's character. Sometimes the person is just having a bad day. Sometimes the person is just, having a mood. You understand? So if the person offended you once or twice, mini offense, so maybe the person forgot
depending
to call,
on the degree of the offense,
just make allowances for each other. It's in the Bible. Okay. All right. So the next best advice from Kelechi, she said, don't always strive to prove that you're right. Sometimes let it go, okay, and apologize if need be.
I think we've covered it when we were saying communication and all that.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I think that's so true though. Sometimes even if you're right, just let things go. You know, I've learned these days, like my peace of mind is so important. I ask myself, so we can either have this argument and probably not sleep this night and argue for the next 1 hour, or I can literally just say sorry and let it go. You know, when we got married, one of the things we always talk about is we talk about every issue. But you realize that in marriage, you cannot talk about every issue. And if you try to talk about every issue, you're going to get yourself angry. You understand? There are some things, not important things you need to talk about. You need to talk about it. But issues like, I say you should fetch water, or I say you should wash plates, and you're telling me that you cannot do it. You understand? Why do you want to make an issue or carry dustbin outside? You know, these are petty issues that we have had in our marriage. You understand? And you decide that you want to fight about it. Why? Like, why? And you're still going to have a lot of issues to, in the future. So sometimes when the offense comes, the person will say something that offends you. Sometimes just look away and say, okay, make excuses for the person, or argue and ruin your whole day.
You're right. I agree with you. In Yoruba, there's a saying, "Tabanda gba yogunjan."
Yeah.
Which means that the older you become, the more selective you have of your battles or your war. That's one. Two, in marriage or in relationship, there's one very vital part that we don't focus on. We like to talk about forgiveness, but we don't talk about forbearance. Forbearance is bigger than forgiveness. Forbearance is this. This person did this. I said I made complaints, or the person realized by themselves and the person came to apologize. I forgive them with the knowledge that I will have to forgive them again and again and again over that same thing. Especially if it is not intrinsic to your relationship. It's not matters of maybe cheating or all those kind of things. But there are some things like I don't like things kept in a certain way. I know that my wife would do it, for instance. And so I have to be.
They're just straight shit at me in this video, but don't worry. Go ahead.
You have to make peace with that and know that when, for instance, it now happens.
Doesn't make peace with it every time.
No, that's what I'm saying now.
Yeah.
Now, so it happens sometimes, or let's say it happened, and you're like, you have left that in there, and the person is like, sorry, I forgot. In your mind, it's gone. But you know that it can happen tomorrow. That's the idea behind forbearance. That you understand enough to know that there are certain, like, it's just like telling my wife that I'm sorry, I will never hurt you. I'm lying.
You will hurt me.
It's natural.
It's part of love.
Do you understand? So that's what I'm saying. So we focus on forgiveness, but we should also take cognizance of the fact that forbearance is intrinsic, and it's part of what she's saying. Like, when you decide, like, should I quarrel about this thing or just say sorry, even when I am not wrong or whatever, it's part of forbearance.
Yeah.
And the more you practice it, the more peace you have. I mean, that doesn't mean we don't talk about important things. Or
you should talk about
or leave things unsorted. And then I've also found out, as short as my marriage has been, that some things will sort itself out.
Yeah.
Like sometimes when I say, or when she says, don't do this, don't do that one, and I'm no, it's not me you're talking to. One thing. Over the time, one thing you now realize that I don't really need that thing safe.
Yeah.
And it will just happen. But without that forbearance,
you just be fighting over every little thing, which is not healthy for your mental health and for the health of your marriage. Okay, so sometimes you live to fight another day. Okay, tomorrow is going to do it. Tomorrow you have more energy to fight it, but we'll live to fight another day. What?
No, when you say tomorrow you have energy to fight it, I'm not imagining that I'm not storing energy that.
No, that's the thing. There are some arguments that I want to have. But I don't have the strength to have it today, so I let it go. Because I know it's going to come again. It's going to do it again, okay? So today is not just the day to fight. So today we let it go. Okay, the next advice is from Holly, and she said, introduce him to your family. If he refuses to meet your parents, then it's a deal breaker. Literally say that the first day. Anybody worthy of you must definitely has or have to meet your culture. No hiding. Okay, I think she's basically saying that take him home. You should be willing to meet your parents. But do you think it's okay though from the first date to let him know that?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think that's too heavy for first date. Even you don't know if you want him to meet your parents.
I think you have to identify how you fit into each other's life first. Of all, before family or even friends get involved. Okay, for instance, now me, I think all my life, all my youthful exuberance and whatever. I'm not the type that one will readily take a lady to my parents, much less introduce you. Yeah. So if I do that, you mean a lot to me.
Yeah.
So I know that I had a relationship that didn't work out, and one of the things that really upset me about it, maybe I was just being selfish, was the fact that was the first person in my life, in my adult life, that I would take home. And it was very embarrassing for me that
you had to.
I mean, everybody knows I'm a serious person, and this one and that one. So I think it's a personal thing anyway. Yeah. It's just how it made me feel. Yeah. Like at the end of the day, it made me feel like people would just say upon all your this and that. But that's by the way anyway.
Yeah.
But so
you shouldn't be afraid to call it off, even if you have showed the person to your parents.
Of course, absolutely. No. You should not. That should not hold you back. But I'm just saying that depending on your family structure or your home and all that one too, but generally, I think it's important for couples, intending couples, you should understand how you fit into each other's life first of all, before how your family and all that.
Involved. For us, it was different because
but
her guy has told his mommy about me before I even decided to say yes.
However, well, there was something I wanted to say. What's the name? Okay. However, if you've understood or you've discovered what you mean to each other, or how you fit into each other's life, and he or she is a bit reluctant to meet your family, it's suggestive of a lot of things.
Yeah.
I don't want to say that it's a deal breaker, because sometimes when you find out why, you may be able to understand and work it out. But it's a red flag.
Yeah, I think most guys should be like, slow down now. If you are talking about meeting parents in the first date, first few times. So yeah,
I don't
advise.
And the lady, one of the first things the lady is asking me to go.
It's like you are desperate.
I am running away. No, two things about it. I am running away.
So if I told you then,
that the first thing. What you don't get is
well, we were friends for a while.
What you don't get is I don't like being put on that condition basis.
Of course, not condition.
No, so when I'm going to ask a girl out, or I'm starting, or I want to like a guy, and the first thing the person is giving me are conditions. You will do this. You will not. You are just telling me I should not bother. True. So I don't like conditions like that. So
my husband doesn't like conditions, and you're a lawyer. You give people condition, but you don't want condition. Anyways,
no, I don't give conditions in
relationships. I understand. Yeah, I also think that it's a bit presumptuous to start to talk about meeting parents in your first date. At least get to know each other. It's not just about him agreeing to meet your parents. You need to know that, is this someone that I even want to take home to my parents? Yeah. So before you take someone to your family, make sure you are sure. You cannot be changing men like changing clothes, bringing one home, bringing the other home. When my husband came in to my house, my mother told me, are you sure you want to bring him home? Because my mom said, that is, I cannot know your husband and know your, what do you call it, your side husband. More or less, like, you cannot bring different people to me that you want to marry. If you're bringing him, make sure you're sure that this is the person you want to marry. And my mom told him when he came to meet her in the house that, are you sure that this is the person you want to marry? Because I don't want to hear tomorrow that, but of course, if situations arose, sometimes even if you've known the person for a long time, issues might arise and it might not work out. That's fine, but don't be carrying every Tom, Dick and Harry to your parents, to your family. No, I don't. So I don't consider that a best advice. I think you should get to know each other first and be sure of yourself and let it progress naturally. And
on a lighter note, it will may even get if you're the type that does that. I mean, I've had a friend that I know he did.
I was going to say something about your ex. Sorry, babe. When we're talking about the fact that he paid you, but even your family knew that you would end up with that girl. They just didn't tell you.
But it's a personal thing. Yes.
Oh yeah, I understand.
That they know. I mean, my mom and I are close to a point, so She knows I have relationships. She knows she was in the know that I had relationships before then. But I will never want to tell her the name of the lady or where she's from or all those kind of things, because I know my mom, she's investigative officer. So
Oh God, she is.
so
The day he told his mom about me, I saw someone checking me out on Facebook. I'm like, shall I send me friend request?
so I will not do that except if I'm serious about someone.
Yeah.
So that it was, I know it's a personal thing. It's just my own ego that the thing.
Okay.
So on a lighter note, like I was saying, if you're the type that does that, people will get tired of you. I had a friend that we did first introduction, this second introduction.
Not your friend.
I now told him, say,
introduction. You take it to that level.
I told him, I said, you know what? Don't introduce me to any girl again, please. Because you introduce me to a girl, I become friends with the girl because of you and all that one. And I break it off for whatever reason. And I'm supposed to take your sides. And you know how it will look like. I can't still be friends with my friend's ex because it now makes it look like it's something. Even if nothing can ever happen. So, of course, me and the girl stop talking and all that one. They introduce me to another one. We'll be the same. And I say, you know what? When you are ready to marry, let's go. When on that day, that's when I'll take it serious.
Okay. All right. So Tayo said best relationship advice: don't settle for less. Do not awaken or stir up love until it is ready. Where are you guys getting all these fine quotes from?
Okay.
Don't awaken love until it's ready.
Don't settle for less. Yes, I think we've talked about it. But you see, don't awaken love until you are ready.
Love, you are waking yourself.
No, at the risk of this thing, I think it comes with maturity anyway. As a guy, I'm guilty of awakening love that I'm not interested in. I have done it, not once, not twice. But when you get to a certain stage, you won't try it again, at least if you're matured enough. I mean, I've had instances when I knew that this is what this lady wants, and I'm not interested. And I made it plain that, please, we can't do this one. And I know the person picked offense or all those ones, but at least at some initial instance, then later she came around and I...
The one that sent you long message.
Which one is that one? No, that was my ex now. No, there was one or two, I don't want to call anybody's name or anything, but there was a lady like that I think I was just recovering from a heartbreak around that time.
I think I know the lady.
Usually when I have when I have heartbreak like that, I take time off from relationships generally so that I can heal.
How many heartbreak have you had in this your life?
They don't break this heart well. So it was around that time that we became friends, and I said, we can't date. I am not ready for a relationship. And she came around. She even visited me, stayed in my house. I made sure that I did not try myself or anything. And I remember,
you did not try to get over your ex with her.
Because I could see that she wanted a relationship, and I didn't want to take advantage. I mean, I was just something. My heart just got broken.
To preserve friendship.
So yeah, that's it. So the person who introduced us was even yabbing me that, oh good boy, why you the slack now? This one, I said, what this auntie is looking for, I don't have. Eventually, she told me, and she even told that person that she appreciated the fact that I was forthright. And I've had more than one instance like that when I had to own up to people. But I know there was a time. Oh boy.
What?
And there was a time that you are not even the one that he wants to date me. It's me that just wants to
eat.
Chop and clean mouth. We arouse the love and just with it. But thank God for where we are today. But it's a bad thing actually, because when I think back to some of those things, I'm just like, it's not fair. Because at the end of the day, which is one of the things that bothers me, that made me realize that you have to stop, was you're going to spoil that person for the next serious person. You're going to make the next serious person have to jump through hoops that they didn't deserve to jump through because you messed up with the person. It's a bad thing.
But we thank God for the redemption of your soul.
The Bible says so. 2 Corinthians 5:17.
If anyone cries,
behold.
Anyways, so yes, I also agree. Don't settle for less. And wait, when you talk about don't settle for less, what is less? Less to you is subjective. So you need to know what is less to you. Is it less spiritually, less in ambition, less in, you know, depending on what less is for you, right? But if less means anyone that is below you or whatever,
no. I think
don't settle for less than you deserve. Perfect. Don't settle for less than you deserve.
Yes.
And then don't stir up. Have I ever stirred up love before it's ready? It's people that are always stirring up love in my heart when they know they are not ready. But yeah, no. I think I have once. The man I told you took me home to his mother. Yeah.
Okay.
I think I did not encourage him, but I think I may have subconsciously encouraged him. Yeah, but I knew it only work. Yeah. So yeah, best advice from Anu: communicate always with your partner because both of you are best friends. Never hide anything from your partner. Treat your partner nice. So communicate. We've talked about communication because the two of you are best friends. Am I your best friend? The last time I asked you this question on camera, you said no. You said with time. Have I earned the right to be your best friend?
Yeah, we are making.
I'm making good progress.
We are making good progress.
Am I not your best friend? I am his best friend. My husband does not have anybody that is as close to him as I am. Nobody can even be as close to you as I am. But friendship-wise, am I your best friend?
In many ways.
In many ways.
Mm-hmm.
Who is your best friend?
That's the thing. I have best friends. I don't have one. I don't think I have one best friend.
Who is the friend that is closest to you?
That's the problem with us guys. So, no matter how close a friend is to you, when they marry like this, you have to.
Okay, now at this moment, who is your closest friend? Who is the friend that is closest?
I just have friends that I know are close to me.
So am I not your best friend?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, my best friend.
Better. Next question. Anyways, I do think that couples should be best friends. They are best
I think
friends.
they depend. Some people are lucky from the outset; they are each other's best friends.
Yeah, you marry your best friend, but sometimes if you don't marry your best friend, make the person your best friend. You
become over the time. Yeah,
best friend. I know I'm my husband's best friends. Like, let anything happen to you now, he will call me, babe, I have gist for you. He has become like me, small.
It's just so that you can be happy.
Next question. I don't know why you don't like admitting stuff.
No. It's just the truth.
What's the truth?
So that you can be happy.
So that I can be happy.
Yes,
that's why you do this thing.
Gisting you with you and all that.
He likes gist, this man that you see.
I like listening to gist more than giving gist. So
never hide anything from your partner. Yeah, that's giving. Treat your partner nice. Okay, next question. Next one. Okay. Best advice: not to be in a relationship or marry. That's the last one from Okeji. Not to be in a relationship or marry somebody out of pity. And another is when looking out to marry, study your partner.
Patterns.
Study patterns and not potentials.
Not potentials.
Yes, I love that. But the first one is do not marry someone out of pity. Have you ever dated somebody out of pity? The person is you're just pitying the person. So you just chose, okay, come, let's date. Has it ever happened?
Off the top of my head, I can't remember.
Those people that your friends used to introduce you to that you don't like, but you just date for, let's just date.
No, you can introduce someone to me and I'm friends with the person, but not dating. Friends.
Okay.
And it was not even pity. It was just because at a certain stage, everyone was disturbing me to get married, and after I had fought I now said, okay, no problem, anybody you want me to get married, I don't have anybody I want to marry, introduce her, no problem, give me the person's number. Like but eventually I was the one that found the person and married myself.
Anyways,
we have not finished though.
Yeah, so I think I have dated,
it will happen most likely
a few people out of pity, because so many people, especially when I just started dating, Jesus Christ, I don't love you, I don't feel anything for you, but I had a hard time saying no when I was younger, so I always said yes to people, even though I didn't really love them. And another is when looking out for a man, study patterns, not potential. What do you think?
As lovely as this sounds, I think I think
it's a great advice.
I think it defeats itself.
How?
Because you cannot measure patterns without thinking about the person's potentials. True. I think that you can't focus on one to the exclusion of the other.
I don't think you understand the question.
Okay.
You know, people always say that, oh, don't worry. They always say they have potential to be great. Put your head like this. They always like they have, oh, he has big dreams, whatever. But his pattern is always sleeping, is not hard working, is always borrowing money, is this, is that. That is his pattern. Potential, you know, when we say no, when you're talking about, you're taking this literally. Well, patterns not potential means that someone that is always talking about, you know, have potential to be great.
That's the thing. Someone saying
now to take.
No, someone.
No, it's a saying. That's what I'm saying.
No, but this is not a saying.
It is a saying.
No, she said.
Take focus on patterns, not potential.
Okay. Now,
so the person might have potential to be great based on the fact that he comes from a rich home.
No, okay.
But he's a lazy person, he's a drunk, he's a kidney, but he has the potential to be that person if only he can apply himself. You know that this person has potential, but his patterns is always raggedy, is always opposite of what his potential is. You have the potential to be the president of Nigeria, but you don't want to you don't want to work, you don't want to sleep, you just want to be sleeping awake and sleeping with girls and everything.
I like your analogy. So what if the person has pattern? You get, let's say the person identifies that, okay, I'm called, I like to be a teacher, I like to teach, and all that one, and the person is pursuing that course. He has a job as a teacher in one school, he's being paid maybe some stipend, he can barely make ends meet.
Yes.
But he's going to that work. In fact, when he's doing that job with you there, you know that this person likes this job and he has, you know, all the skill sets. Is that enough without the potential to be better than that? Okay,
if the person wants to remain in that level, the person has no desire whatsoever to grow.
That's why I said pattern cannot. You can't consider only pattern.
I understand your point.
That's what I mean. Like,
if someone is comfortable, you know, so I know people that say they don't want to be rich. They just want to be taking life, enough to eat, enough to drink. If you're a person that you want to live a baby girl life in the future, you cannot. It's going to be a problem in the future, you understand. But when we're talking about patterns of potential, it's just like a saying. It's potentially a great man, it's potentially going to be the president of Nigeria, but all of his patterns that you are seeing is nothing. But he keeps promising you that I can do this, I can do that. I mean, you know, my father has this, my father has that. It's not you that has it. You understand? You might have the potential to be great. Everybody has potential inside of them. Everybody is born with potential in this life, okay? But it is your pattern that determines if you are ever going to achieve or attain your potential. I have the potential to be a book writer, and I will be a book writer. I will write my book very soon, okay? But that's the potential in me. If I don't put patterns in place, I will never do it. You understand? So if I'm always he's always saying that he's going to be this, but his pattern is always like an unserious person, why go for that now, hoping that in the future it's going to change?
Okay, in that context, you may be right. It's just that
I understand. You know what? You should look for someone that has potential to be better than what they are, but that also has the pattern to complement it. Yes, but you don't go for someone that.
No, that's why.
You're thinking of the potential, but the pattern is not correlating.
Or even pattern that the potential cannot.
Anyways, what is your best marriage advice? Let's end it like that.
My best marriage advice. Is it the one that was given to me or which one?
Anyone. If it's the one you gave to yourself, the one God gave to you, which marriage advice do you love the most? Even me, I'm thinking of mine. Selfless.
You're not ready to get married if you can't be selfless.
Yeah.
Especially as a man.
So always think of your wife ahead, the needs of your wife ahead of yours, right? Your
wife, your family, your future. If you can't be selfless, you're not ready. If you can't be selfless, you can't.
Yeah, I agree. So you have to be. I always say marriage is dying. Marriage is dying every day. You are dying to yourself every day, because every day we are selfish human beings naturally.
Yeah, by
created.
Default,
we are selfish. We always look at our interests. But in marriage, you realize that every day you find yourself considering your partner, you know, more than you consider yourself. You consider your children more than you consider yourself. You know, you are dying to yourself daily. You become more selfless, and you know, dying is not always a bad thing. Sometimes it's just the bad selfishness part of us. So the selfish part of us that is dying daily to make us become, you know, one with this person. For you to, you know, the Bible says that the man will leave his father's mother. You are living his living. For you to cleave and become one, you have to let go of some things. You remember, you're coming as one So you cannot come as two. You cannot bring all your baggage. Is bringing his baggage. You have to let go of things for you to become that one whole person. You understand? So yes, it's lying to yourself.
Thank you for explaining my point.
Anyways, for me, I think one important I'll split it into two. One important advice for me is always strive to build friendship in your marriage. You know, build friendship, have moments to laugh, have moments to have fun, to, you know, to be each other's friends. You understand? And I think I learned this from Pastor Okonkwo, when I was still listening to him then. I've always wanted to marry someone that I can relate with, like someone that we can play and have fun and whatever, regardless of the age difference or the ideological difference between us, right? But build friendship. Everything you do, build friendship in your marriage, because tough times always comes in marriage. It is the friendship that the two of you build that will help you to be able to overcome them, so that when they come, you're passing through the storm, but you're laughing with each other. You're able to crack jokes. You don't take yourself too seriously sometimes. You understand? He's there to make you laugh when you don't feel like laughing. I'm there to make him happy when he doesn't feel happy. You understand? It's that friendship that we are able to build that will take us through the toughest time, you know, when the storm comes, even when the love is not there. You understand? When you're not feeling in love with the person, but that friendship will keep the two of you together. So I think that's one, you know, advice that I always try to ensure that we don't lose, because we had that before we got married, but I always try to make sure that we don't lose that friendship between us. So yes,
and it's easy to lose track of it in the face of the many trials and challenges of life. Even in advancing your career, sometimes your focus may make it difficult for you to, especially if you're the one that does a very demanding job or something. You're a pastor, you're a musician, or your schedule, you're a politician. You may find it out that your family often comes second. You just be sending money, you think, and it can't replace it. Yes.
Yeah. Anyways, thank you guys so much.
You said someone asked a question that you wanted to.
Yeah, that will be another video. It can't be in this video. It's a different question.
Are we sitting in another video?
Yeah, we'll just answer that. No, my battery is low. Maybe not today. I don't know.
Okay,
we'll answer that question
Chelsea's
later.
Match won't start.
Yeah, so Chelsea's match is more important anyway. I'll give you so much time to this. Thank you, babe. So yes, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this conversation so far, please make sure you leave a comment. Let us know what you think. Thank you guys for me that leave comments. I am so grateful to you guys. If you enjoyed this conversation, let us know what you think. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, share this video to your friends and your families. So until we meet again, my name is still Victoria. I've already asked them to drop comments now.
No, you will remind them about Truth and Tales.
Yes, guys, go and subscribe to Truth and Tales podcast channel. The link is below. Okay, please subscribe to it. There's so much content, guys, over there that me and Yemi talk about all the time. It's so, babe, am I lying?
No. I'm even.
He enjoys our conversation.
I was
there.
even laughing because initially I was thinking in my head that I was going to say that Yemi is my person, like my correct person. But while I was thinking it, and I remember that many times you go and film that I will just pass. So I was just laughing in my head. That's what's making me laugh. But you guys should really do subscribe to Truth and Tales
podcast. You guys will enjoy. The link is below. Thank you guys once again for joining us. Until the next video, my name is Victoria Ayodele Fashion. This is my sweet.
My name is Victoria's husband.
All right, guys. See you guys later. Bye.